Welcome back, home loan shoppers. If you reference the outline to the side of my head here, you will see that we are in chapter 2, where to shop for a home loan, section 4 or video 4, credit unions and small banks. So I'm just going to briefly touch on the credit unions and small banks. I mentioned 3 pros and 2 cons for the big banks, for the brokerages and the lenders. I'm not going to do that format in this one. I'm just going to make a quick mention to credit unions and small banks. If you just happen to run across this video, this is part of a large home loan shopping course, a course on how to shop for a home loan the right way and get the best deal. In the description of this video, the outline to the side of my head is hyperlinked in there, so you can jump around to any part of the course that you would like to. And this is part of a playlist, so the next video should autoplay. Let's go ahead and get into the quick mention of the credit unions and small banks. All right, credit unions and the small banks. One of the wonderful things about them is that they typically will service a local community. In particular, these really small regional banks or less than regional banks, I've seen this happen. They usually service an area that they know well. They're not just existing in the community, they're part of the community. And I've seen this with some of the smaller credit unions also. And with that comes knowledge of that community. In particular, like, for example, I've seen in a situation where this small local bank was serving this farming community, and these people in the bank had a real strong working knowledge of what these farmers needed to get their job done. To get the job done. It wasn't like these farmers, dealing with some outside big bank that claims they have all this and they have all that, but when it comes down to it, they can't do a damn thing for these farmers because they don't know what the hell these farmers really need to do their job. And these small banks and small credit unions that's really service these communities like that, they know what to do. On top of that, they typically know the customers. I mean, like, literally know the customers that they are dealing with. You're not dealing with some impersonal big bank or big box lender. You're talking about, these are, you go in there, everybody in the farmer or the local business owner or wherever. They go inside that, they know everybody working in that regional, that small bank or that small credit union. They run into them at the grocery store. They might run into them at church. They're a part. These credit unions and these small credit unions and these small banks, they're a part of the community. Like I mentioned, they're not just existing in the community, and as a result, they can provide for that local community in a way that these detached large banks and large lenders can't do. Not that they don't want to do them, they can't do it like these really truly embedded local banks and credit unions. And they also, I've seen these local banks and credit unions do things that these outside lenders will not do. Like, for example, this one gentleman got laid off from his job, went in there a couple months later, a month or two later, and needed some money. They still lent it to him. Okay, they still lent it to him. Why? Because, this guy's parents bank there. And for some people, their grandparents bank at that same small credit union or small bank. I mean, they know these people. These people are in the community, and this person had taken out 2 loans or so in the past and had a great payment history with this local credit union. His bank accounts are there at that local credit union. His insurance was there at that local credit union. So when it came time to do a loan that a big bank or lender wouldn't do because of this gentleman's income, the credit union still did it. So these local banks and credit unions, if you have one, definitely put them in the lineup, check them out, and they might not be able to do what you want, but check them out anyway, because that could be the only one thing, if you want to call, say, one potentially negative thing. I don't think it's not negative. Is that they typically will have a small thing, what they do, a small and things that go outside of what they do, they just flat out won't do it. So check to see if what you want to get done fits within that narrow scope, because a lot of them will have a narrow scope in what they do. But if you fall within that narrow scope, they'll do some wonderful things. So that's my quick mention to the small local banks and the credit unions. So this concludes video number 4, or section number 4 in chapter 2. Chapter 2, you see, was titled Where to Shop for a Home Loan. And again, if you just run across this video, pop in the description, and you can start at any part in this home loan shopping course that you want to. So let's go ahead and get into the next chapter. I'll see you in a few moments.